Okay, so first off, we have Far Cry 4, and the really big good series has been going since Far Cry 3. I believe we have Dondre here that actually has played Far Cry 3. I haven't, so I can't tell you all the good things about the last game, but I can tell you that I do think the story is going to be something interesting. You got your main antagonist that you're going to see inside this video. He's a little bit of a strange one. He's wearing your nice clothes, your fancy clothes, your nice purple stuff with the added mix of actual foreign people around him. But you know, what else? He actually ends up killing one of them in this particular scene. But I'm not sure if he is all sane, as he does kind of mention that he has been waiting for this one guy. But what do you have to put into this, Dondre?
Um, with my experiences with Far Cry 3, it was an amazing game. Never played anything like it, especially with the antagonist in the game, Voss. Excellent, well put together character. Um, yeah, I mean, if it's anything like Far Cry 3, then it's going to turn out to be an excellent game. I plan on actually getting it. Maybe not first day, but I do plan on getting it.
All right, well, that does it for number 10. The number 9 game I have is Evil Within. Evil Within is the new horror game. It kind of brings up a little taste of Outlast, and it kind of brings up a little taste of any kind of first-person shooter, but it isn't first person. It's an interesting kind of concept with this game. You're pretty much a detective going into a house that you're pretty much investigating or whatnot. Almost kind of how any horror game kind of starts, but really things just kind of seem to go to shit when you get in there. There's a couple of horror monsters that you're gonna see that are very different from any other kind of things that you've seen. I think it's gonna be a great game. I don't know about if I want to play it, but it'd be so much fun to watch. Do you have any input on this, Ian?
Well, I've seen one gameplay so far, and what I've seen, it actually freaked me out. Um, I'm not one to play horror games, but I might actually try one. And if I do try one, it probably will be Evil Within. But yeah, I'm telling you, it definitely scares somebody. It's very creepy. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen much with it. I've seen like one gameplay of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, so the next game we got on here is number 8 at Rainbow Six Siege, and this is a very interesting concept on the game. This is probably one of the most interesting I think when it comes to multiplayer. Something that could really spark the competitive place in any game. But it's kind of part of the Tom Clancy kind of thing with all his different games. But in the various things that I've seen, it's been 5 versus 5 on the multiplayer, and you're actually trying to save, or on the other hand, you're trying to keep the hostage away from the other team, or vice versa, as you're trying to break into the house, or you're trying to board up the house so nobody can get in and take your hostage. It seems like the first video or the gameplay that I'm probably showing at this moment seems like the actual gun wise and visual effects inside it seems a little bit downgraded, but I'm sure it's just as an alpha. It seems like it'll be great going into it. The release date isn't too far away, but it isn't too close to know that it's a significant downgrade in visual. But what do you have to put on this?
Um, well, like you were saying, definitely competitive. You can tell, especially if you have friends. Now, I don't think it's something that you can just hop in with some other people and just win all the time. So you gotta actually communicate and actually be good. It actually seems like you might have like it takes skill to play this game. Um, so if you don't, play FPSs, I wouldn't get this game because like you could just get straight up destroyed because I'm just saying it looks like it's going to be very competitive. So yeah.
All right. All right. Looks like the next game is going to be Advanced Warfare. Like any other person, Call of Duty is going to be on some person's list because it's going to bring in probably a lot of money. Considering the following it has behind it. Advanced Warfare is going to be the first game that is going to be all Sledgehammer games because they're actually adding in the three corporation thing, 3 years of different corporations each year. But as I've seen so far, I've seen a couple of professionals or whatever you like to call them, esports professionals or whatever or whatnot, actually play this game. They seem to enjoy it more than the last. Seem to enjoy it actually about as much as Black Ops 2. If any of y'all went inside with that and weren't happy with Ghost, so you're right on track with the other professionals. There's been a couple of different things said about Advanced Warfare. Not sure if they want to get it or maybe they want to. But I mean, well, what do you think about that?
Um. Well, I don't really know what to say about this game. I'm not really into the whole futuristic stuff. Well, especially with Call of Duty, because I'm more of a one to play Black Ops, the first Black Ops, and that was my favorite Call of Duty. And with it going into the future and all that, what is it called, the exoskeleton suit?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to give it a try. I don't want to just throw it away just because, it's Call of Duty, and with it being Sledgehammer Games, first Call of Duty game they made, you know, I feel like that's a little bit unfair just because of not Treyarch, Infinity Ward with
Yeah.
Ghost. I hated Ghost. It's not that it's a bad game. It's just boring. Okay, and I won't play it. It's just So I mean, I'll get it eventually. It's just not day one or day zero, as some people would say.
All right, the next game we got is number 6, The Order of 1886. This is a game that I personally don't know much about. I know that you're basically in a third-person shooter. You're taking control of a group of people that have the ability to live forever, basically. They're hunting things such as wolves, I believe. I don't know any of the other things. I haven't really seen much gameplay, to be honest with you. But I've noticed had pretty good reviews. I know the visuals and gameplay and graphics are awesome. Um, Other than that, I don't really know anything about this game. Do you have anything, don't you?
Oh, well, like you were saying, graphics, man, like, this is really gonna show off the power of the PS4. I tell you that. Um, yeah, I've seen just a little bit of gameplay. Um, looks like a very exciting game. There was just one game, I forgot what they said that some people said it reminded them of. I think it was Resident Evil or something with the whole
I can see
monsters and
that.
stuff. Yeah, I've never played a Resident Evil game, but yeah, I mean it looks like a very exciting game, something new, other than what we have, like FPSs and just like sports games or whatever. So yeah, definitely something that you would want to try.
Yeah, keep in mind that comes out next year, early next year, February. Not really early, but it comes out next year, so keep that in mind for you
Yeah.
people who want to buy that. Assassin's Creed Unity comes in at number 5. Usually I wouldn't put Assassin's Creed this high, but the new added edition of the co-op mode just kind of sold me on it. It's got to be something that makes Assassin's Creed Unity stand out from all the other Assassin's Creed. Even though I have bought 2 or 3 of the other Assassin's Creed, I think this will be a much better way for me to get back into the actual series. I'm hoping it turns out to be good. I know it has different co-op missions instead of just a co-op campaign itself, but I'm hoping there's gonna be enough of them to actually keep my interest inside the game, keep me inside it, kind of involved, and make me enjoy the game. So I mean, what do you think about it?
Definitely something that you want to get. I'm telling you, if you got a bunch of friends that you play with. Telling you, all of you should get that game, or at least, just how many uh, characters can it be? Four, I believe.
Yeah, it's 4. It's 4.
Yeah. So get three of your other friends and play this game. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. Um, with this new co-op and all of that, it's just gonna be amazing. I've never really been one to play Assassin's Creed games, but I did play the first one, and the third one pretty cool. I like it. But I mean, I'm not just like this hardcore fan for it, but they do something with this game, definitely I will become one to play the game. So
Next we have The Crew at the number 4 spot. The Crew is going to be a new driving game. It's going to be different. It's going to be new to the whole next generation thing because it's a driving actual thing. Not really something that's been going to the next generation just yet. So it's going to be a different experience for everybody who hasn't played a driving game, period. Like I myself, I might have one game on a PS3 that was actually a driving capable game. But I know my man Dondre has a lot to say about this game, so I'm going to let him take this one.
alright, so one thing that I really like about this game, open world, something that I haven't seen very much in driving games. Usually, it's on a closed track like Forza or Gran Turismo. But this open world aspect of the game is definitely something that you should look forward to because you just don't see it in many games. Like one game that I had was I believe it was Midnight Club LA, and that's open world pretty much. So I mean, man, I had a whole bunch of fun with that game. Just the whole creativity of it and customization of the cars. So definitely that's pretty cool. But one thing that I have, took a look at is at the fact that it's pretty much a next gen game, and it's 30 frames per second. I don't know how many people actually care about that, but us having the PS4 and Xbox One out, I like it to be 60 frames per second, even though it's not going to be, but that's just something you gotta look past because not every game's, gonna have that 60 frames per second. So yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna still be a great game. Something that I'm definitely gonna get probably day one. So yeah.
I mean, I think I saw a little article that GameSpot, I believe, did that actually said it took them 2 hours in real time to travel from Maine to Florida, not Florida, but California, inside the
Yeah,
actual game. So I mean, it's a huge open world kind of concept.
yeah, something that no other racing game has really done, and I'm looking forward to that because I've been playing driving games all my life, like for real. From this game called Cruising on the what system was it on? I think it was the Nintendo 64. I've been playing that.
You went way back on that.
Yeah, way back. So yeah, very, very in the cars, driving game fanatic. That's pretty much what I am.
The third game we got on our list is Evolve. Evolve is a newcomer to the list. It's a really different concept. Mostly because multiplayer. I don't really know anything about the story mode yet, as they haven't really enclosed or disclosed anything about the actual story mode. But I do know the multiplayer mode is based on 4 people going against one. Now this may seem a little bit unfair in the odds at this time, but one is a monster. The other 4 are specific people that actually have to talk and communicate to actually trap and kill the monster. Now, the monster itself can upgrade as it goes on. It can kill different elements inside the actual world itself, like different animals, and gain and get bigger and gain extra powers. As the actual 4 people on the other team are actually searching for him the whole time, having different roles like trapper or the assault role or any of those, medic as well. But it seems to be have a nice, really competitive feel to it. I think it could get into the competitive kind of mode as well, since it has that four against one mentality and vice versa. But what do you have about this, Andre?
I've seen a little bit of this game, not much, but from what I've seen, it's something definitely new than what we've been seeing over the past few years. Um, the whole aspect of monsters versus, I'm guessing what regular people or whatever. Ain't that what it's like, or
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know, but
it's kind of like a futuristic,
yeah,
but it's like regular people.
yeah. But I mean, from what I've seen, it's pretty exciting. And if I am not mistaken, the game was pushed back, right?
Yeah, yeah. Push back. This is gonna be up to next year.
Yeah, either. What was the reason for that? They said it needs some polishes, but I'm thinking it's because it was actually supposed to come out in October,
Yeah, October
and
21st. And
with all the games coming out in that month, I'm starting to think that they didn't know if they could keep up with the competition, but never know. It's just something to think about.
and the second one on our list would be The Division. Now, The Division is a third-person shooter, and it has a really big MMO feel to it. This is kind of different to most games coming out the next gen or previous gen. Um, but it has missions that are able for you to come on with friends or whatnot. But once you are left with those missions or you're doing something else, you are actually put into a server. You're in a server that actually can have battles in between groups of people right then and there. It's definitely something to kind of think about because it's going to be harder, not really harder, but I mean, it's going to be different to feel that way of actually competing against somebody as you're actually competing with yourself. I mean, against the computer AI kind of things. Um, but it's really something different. I like the aspect of it. It kind of takes place in the future. The HUD and gameplay and graphics are amazing, just as most of these games actually are. But what do you have to say about this, Andre?
Well, I am the most hyped for this game. Like the story, I don't even know what to say. I'm just so amazed by the story. Um, you know, not many people play story-driven games. Mostly it's just multiplayer, but I actually like story-based games. Um, but from what I've seen, this game's gonna be amazing. I mean, I just can't get over the story of like I've seen this video to where they actually explain like what happens throughout the story. Like this event led to this and this and that, and it's just well put together, and the graphics. Wow, I just can't even think about what other games would have this. Like I'm not even sure if it's gonna be like I just lost my train of thought. Sorry, but uh, one thing I do know is that one time they said it was gonna be downgraded because it was on like the what would you call it, current gen consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing that really pissed me off. It's like, why downgrade it? That's almost like downgrading to where people don't want it anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm most hyped for this game. Most hyped.
And to top it all off, the number one game on the list would be Destiny. For all the people who don't know what Destiny is, and if you don't know what Destiny is, you obviously do not play games at all. Destiny is made by the same corporation that made Halo, Bungie, and they're actually taking it to the PlayStation on Sony side this time. It's a MMO, it's a co-op, it's a multiplayer competitive, it's a campaign. I don't know. It's just a lot of things into one. You have a lot of different things that you can do inside this game, and depending on which you are, you can explore on inside your place, or you can take on little missions with your little crew or whatnot, if you want to call it. I mean, you can also check out the review that I actually did on my channel if you want to know more about it. But I know Dondre is really hyped about this game, so I'm gonna let him talk a little.
That Destiny though. uh, yeah. I'm really hyped for this game. It actually is what, a week or two,
Yeah,
week and a
it's
half
just about
away
a week
now.
and a half.
Yeah, I'm very hyped for this game considering the fact all I have is Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghost, and 2K14 on the PS4. Something that I'm definitely copping day one. So, yeah, I mean, most people would, when they compare this game to
They said
Borderlands
Borderlands.
and Halo.
Yeah, yeah.
Borderlands and Halo mixed together. I don't know much about Halo. I've played it a couple times. That's a difficult game. But, yeah, I mean, played Borderlands. That's a pretty fun game. I really like it. Um, and it definitely has that kind of feel to it. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to this game and be playing it for a very long time.
So yeah, guys, that's the top 10 list we have for you right now. I appreciate you watching. I want to say a little thanks to my man Dondre here for helping me out with this video. But
You're
I'll
welcome, bro.
talk to you guys later. Peace.